All right, good evening. It is Monday, October 23rd, 2023 at precisealgorithmtrading.com. Let's dive right in here to the markets and how our automated trading systems did today. So our Dow futures, the YM, that's I think that's a winning day today. So up a little. And if you look here, our latest trades, it was pretty volatile day today, but all in there, it's up, so that's good. And here lately, we've had a lot more wins than losses, or at least bigger wins than losses. The Russell, the RTY futures, didn't trade today. The last trade they had was on the 20th, and it was a loser. So that's just standing still for now. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, has been a nice gainer here lately. Obviously, a couple losers there and on the way, but if we look here, today's trades, the 23rd, those are pretty nice. That's a good winning day. And actually, if you take a look at this whole page, it's pretty good. I mean, that's how we do it. So that's the automated trading systems. Let's flip over and look at the markets. So I've done a little bit of some changing around here on this platform. Took off the True Momo and added a MACD Momo. It's more than a MACD. It's got some different nuances to it than a regular MACD, and it also has some momentum built into it. So, I mean, MACD is already kind of a momentum indicator anyway. But anyways, I'm experimenting a little bit, but at the same time, it's really similar to the other stuff. So it's giving us buy and sell signals. It's giving us red and green. It's telling us when we're generally overbought and oversold. So I'll keep working with it. And in the meantime, I also, in the last few videos, have added these ATR, average true range, trailing stops, and let's talk about that. This is the S&P 500 E-mini futures contract, and on the hourly chart over here on the right hand side, the dark black area is the actual trading day today. The gray area is overnight action coming into today, which was obviously on a downtrend, and we've had quite a downtrend lately. So this is a good example here. The bars turn green, you don't just go long. So here the bars turned green and it broke up through and changed the trend of the ATR trailing stop. I'm not saying this is the place to go long, but it could be. And if you see like a demand level, support level, pick your wording, or you just use this ATR trailing stop and maybe put a stop under here. If we flip up here and don't look at the futures and we look at spiders, it's the S&P exchange traded fund. We haven't broken that yet to the upside. SPX, we haven't broken it yet to the upside. The futures are showing us the overnight action, so they're giving us a little bit, possibly a heads up. But you can play this in any of those types of situations. So let's look at, let's look at them all, just for the sake of completeness, although flipping back and forth might give my system a little bit of trouble. So this is the Dow, and the Dow futures, it actually flipped up and back down again. It's green. We're possibly at a support level. Doesn't look great to me to buy yet, but it's possibly a heads up. Let's look at the Russell. It's same kind of thing. I'm looking at the hourly. There's a reason. I mean, trends develop from the inside out, so that's why I'm looking at the hourly chart. The Nasdaq has already been up and pulled back. By the way, after a breakout, you tend to get a pullback. So again, this could be a potential area for reversal here. And you know, actual trends need to be reversed, pivots need to be reversed. The real pivot's up here, and you know, we'll watch that. So let's go, just for fun. Let's look at the Nasdaq, the actual index. And again, it hasn't broken to the upside yet. So that's the idea of futures. You can, I mean, it's trades all night, so you can see that potential action when the market's not even open. So let's go to the transports. Big sell-off toward the end of the day, it looks like. And there is no futures contract that I know of for the transports. So watching for a break to the upside. Let's look at IYT. And I'm going to go put an alert if that thing breaks to the upside. The reason I would think that we're in that neck of the woods is because we're so oversold on the daily and the hourly time frame. So I'm looking for a bounce. Not to mention we're getting the bounce on the futures into tomorrow. We just have to watch it. We got a nice bounce today that actually that sold off toward the end of the day. So we'll see if tomorrow can actually stick. Check this out. This is something USO contract. So it fell through, and you know, it's, you literally can just go short when it starts to fall through, and you know, you don't need much of a fall, or you know, or a gain if you're going long, to make some money in an option. So, and you don't really, as of right now, I'm in a short position with a put, and I've got a target for, well, I don't know if I have the target in place, but I'm looking for it to come down here to this 50% level. And if it comes up here and breaks back through the orange, then I'll just get out. And that's probably enough for today for that. So let's flip over to stockcharts.com and let's look at the bullish percent indexes. The industrials didn't change. The NYA minus 3.44%, still in a column of O's. The transports broke down through and added 3 more O's to the downside, minus 14%. Pretty bearish. The Nasdaq broke down through. This is a point and figure sell signal because this column of O's has exceeded the previous column of O's to the downside, minus 4.6%. SPX tacked on a new O. This is a point and figure sell signal that reversed to a column of X's, and now it's on a column of O's, and yeah, that's all there is to that. So, and 28.8% of the S&P 500 is on a point and figure buy signal, is what that means. The OEX flipped to a column of O's today. And finally, the NDX added 2 O's to the downside. And that is on a point and figure sell signal. Actually, it's not. We flipped to a column of X's. We flipped over to a column of O's. This one's somewhere in no man's land. I don't know how they would exactly determine this. That column of O's exceeded the previous column of O's to the downside. And then we reverse to X's, and now we're at the same. If this thing breaks lower, then we're certainly on a point and figure sell signal. If not, and we break higher and we exceed this X to the upside, then we would be on a point and figure buy signal. So this is an unusual condition, and it doesn't really matter. It's pretty bearish looking. So, and let's leave it at that for tonight, and we will catch you guys again for tomorrow night's review.